tutorial will walk you through 8-2 on writing a complete program in your pseudocode. So what we're doing here is we're taking our bottle return program and addressing some of the input validation concerns. Now here's the basic pseudocode from just the main module, and we'll come to the individual modules later. But what we're doing here again is going to apply some input validation. So in step 2, write a line of code that will convert the input value to a lowercase. That's done by using a toLower method, and that just ensures that you don't have to check for multiple things. So check out page 264. Now in step 3, what you're going to do is to write the module that has the user enter in bottles to verify that their input is greater than 0. So if it's 0 or negative value, then you want to display an error. Now inside of this module, essentially we just take in bottles and add it to total bottles. But if they end up putting a negative value, it'll take some values off of there, and that's not what we want to happen. So what we'll do is we're going to start with something called a prime read. We'll leave our counter the same because it's still 7 iterations. But we're going to start with something called a prime read. So this code here will be the same. We're just simply going to enter in the number of bottles, and that would be the first few lines of this while loop. So we enter in the today's bottles. Now inside of here, what we want to do is a loop that asks while today bottles is less than 0. 0 is an okay value because they could not return any, but less than that. While that's the case, what we want to do again inside of that loop is we want to ask them to enter in today's bottles. So this would be all tabbed over, and then we would end this while. I have some duplicate code here. I'm going to just remove this code. So this, again, this right here, these 2 lines of code become our prime read. So we take in our first read. If it's bad, it goes into this while loop and it asks for the same information. And if it continues to be bad, it'll keep looping around this. Now when it's good, it breaks out and continues on with the rest of the program. Now in step 4, what we're going to do with this program is essentially the same thing, but more with a range. So this is the program from lab 6-4, where what we want to do is add validations so that the number of students is no less than 2 and no more than 30. So you have to have at least 2 students, but no more than 30. Now this is your basic previous code. So what we're going to do is, again, you can do it with a prime read, where you'll ask for basically the same information, and then you can do a while loop. Now the while loop will have a range, so instead of just saying while number is less than 2, we also want to say while it's less than 2 or number is greater than 30. And what that does is it creates a range. So after your prime read, do a while loop, and then inside of the while loop ask the same question, and that creates the range checking. Now step 5 is basically the same process but for score. So again, you can do it with a prime read or not.